Norwegian football player Erling Haaland, a striker for Manchester City in the Premier League and for Norway's national team, is undoubtedly a goal-scoring machine. But how much do you know about this terrific player? Tag along with us as we take you through 10 things we bet you didn't know about Erling Haaland. Number 10. Born to be an athlete. Haaland comes from a very prominent family with a history in athletics. Both of his parents were accomplished athletes. Erling Haaland, Haaland's father, was a professional football player who spent his career playing for a number of well-known English clubs, including Leeds United and Manchester City, while his grandfather was a well-known long-distance runner in Norway. His mother, Gry-Marita Braun, is also recognized as a national winner in heptathlon from the 1990s. Number 9. A skilled jumper at just the age of 5. Do you know that Erling Haaland established his first world record when he was only 5 years old? Most of us were playing video games and watching cartoons when we were 5, but Haaland wasn't one of us. Despite his young age, he was already engaged in several sports, training, and developing himself into a fantastic athlete. He produced an insane 1.63 meter standing jump on January 22, 2006. It ended up setting a brand new world record, which is still valid today, 17 years later. Number 8. Been qualified to compete for England. Haaland, who was born in Leeds, might have qualified to play for England because of this, but as he spent the majority of his formative years in the Scandinavian nation, he chose City in Norway, following the footsteps of his father at both the club and national levels. Number 7. Haaland is a Zlatan admirer. Haaland has cited a number of footballers as his role models, including Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, among others, but Zlatan Ibrahimovic's name is the one that pops up most frequently. He has undoubtedly picked up some strategies from Zlatan's playbook, as evidenced by a spectacular karate kick victory over former club Dortmund in September 2022, not to mention his hunger for goals. Keep watching as we tell you more fun facts about Haaland. Number 6. Also known as the man-child. Haaland, who's only 22 years old, has an enormous 6'4" stature that gives him a commanding physical presence. This expansion, though, wasn't an overnight phenomenon. Because of his enormous size and stature, he earned the moniker man-child from his colleagues when playing for Molde's youth squad in his home country Norway because of his enormous build. Number 5. A challenging beginning at 15, but a promising debut. Like every other player, Haaland has had his fair share of challenges. Haaland wasn't always the well-known figure he is now. He has had a close connection to football since he was a young boy and joined the Bryan Academy in Norway when he was 5 years old. 10 years later, at the age of just 15, he made his senior squad debut, playing the entire 90 minutes as his team fell to KFUM Kameratid Oslo in front of a meager 1,649 spectators. The frontman's muscular presence and quick reflexes while dropping into risky positions in the box were obvious, but he did not receive credit for a goal. Despite the fact that he failed to score in any of his first 16 games for Bryan FK in the second division, Molde, Norway's top club, was interested in a talented striker and signed him. Number 4. Scored 9 goals in a single game. Haaland is a goal-scoring machine without a doubt. His statistics speak for themselves, and ever since his time at RB Salzburg, he has scored goals for fun. You'll be shocked to learn that Haaland once scored 9 goals in a single game. The young player scored 9 goals in an under-20 World Cup encounter against Honduras. 3 hat-tricks in one game is impressive, and thus Haaland won the Golden Boot despite being eliminated in the group stage. Number 3. The Champions League anthem serves as his alarm. Every football player hopes to play in the Champions League at some point, but for Haaland, it's more than just a match. He wakes up to the renowned Champions League anthem in order to get ready for the huge Champions League nights under the lights, which are what he lives for. Number 2. A follower of the CR7 diet. One thing that all athletes have in common is that they eat a lot of wholesome food to keep their ideal physiques. This is true of Haaland as well. He also follows a bizarre diet, but instead of wasting time following dietitians' recommendations, he has gone to great efforts to imitate Cristiano Ronaldo, the GOAT, and his eating habits. Now here comes the best and most fascinating thing about Haaland that you were waiting for. Number 1. 5 goals in a span of 57 minutes. Haaland, who helped Manchester City defeat RB Leipzig 7-0 to advance to the quarterfinals of the most recent competition, became only the 3rd player in history behind Lionel Messi and Luis Adriano to score 5 goals in a single UEFA Champions League match. Even more amazing is the fact that Haaland only needed 57 minutes to score 5 goals. Adriano scored the final 2 goals in 82 minutes, while Messi scored all 5 of his goals in 84. Erling Haaland is a phenomenal young footballer who is on track to go down in history as one of the greatest attackers the planet has ever seen, while also shattering multiple goal-scoring records in the process. Haaland is destined to dominate football for many years to come thanks to his talent and potential. And with that being said, we come to the end of this video. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Kudos!